Oh.
I believe I can.
Nope.
Oh my god! That sucked. Nah, it's over.
Nah,
Rick
it's Mets
loses.
territory, baby. It's Mets territory.
Oh my god! I thought it was over!
Yes.
I'm just gonna sit here. I wanna drown. I wanna drown myself because this game doesn't respond.
They're all weird, Jaden.
Yes. It's not even like up for debate. Dating sims, like, first off, dating by itself is just
Weird.
It can be, especially given, you know, how the world is now. I mean, because, you know, COVID, you know, and it's just, it makes everything awkward because it's like she shows up with a mask. It's like, oh shit, I didn't bring my mask. Fuck. And all of a sudden she says, she's like, where's your mask? I was like, I had to use it for toilet paper because they were out of toilet paper. And then she gets up and leaves. It's just like,
Okay. I'll share a secret with you. If you and the entire audience of YouTube promises to keep it from my guitarist, from Paradoxum.
okay.
I actually did have to use my mask as toilet paper while I was at his house.
Really?
Yeah. I went to take a dookie in the bathroom and realized there was like a single sheet left on the roll. And I was
did
like,
not.
Fuck!
I did not even know. I did not even know that was a thing. That actually happened. I did not know. I swear to God.
Yeah.
I am. Oh my God. That is too
I was
good.
like, what am I gonna do? I don't know. I can't find any extra anywhere. Oh crap! Like literally crap. Like I need to take care of this crap. And then I'm just like, I have a mask. Damn it! I guess I don't have a mask anymore.
Yeah. Oh, nasty.
Yeah, I went out to my car and got a new mask out of my car after going to the restroom and then went back into the practice space. Like, I'm just like, yeah, I totally didn't use a mask for toilet paper in your house. Like, I'm not going to admit that to anybody here.
Well, we got Jaden Animation.
Like, legitimately, I could have said that without it being a lie, you know? So,
yeah.
Nobody probably would believe me.
Yeah. God, dude. It again, you know, dating in the dating space now is super weird, but it's been weird to a certain extent because, you know, you're getting to know a new person. And then whenever you go on a second day, it's just like, all right, what are we going to talk about this time? We both jabbered on for about an hour and a half about Lord of the Rings. Now what? Yeah. It's just, you know, finding out what works and what doesn't work is just, it's a very, very, like, awkward time. So, Jaden has...
I always tell the people I'm dating, I'm like, just FYI, I'm not that interesting of a person. And they're always like, I don't believe you. And then I'm like, my brain go, when we try to have conversations, I'm like, I told you I was boring.
Yeah. Honestly, though, sometimes people prefer boring. People prefer, you know, someone who is very simple, very basic, and just has, you know, their life put together.
I can talk to you about the video games I'm playing. I just feel like that'll probably bore some people as well. Like, it's about all I got going on half the time. It's like the most interesting parts of my day are video games. That's why it's my hobby.
Yeah. Well, Jaden has a weird dating simulators video, and I guess we're gonna give it a watch and see which ones that she has uncovered. And I guess here we go.
Dating. Not a fan. But you know, dating simulators can be the closest thing there is to dating without actually having to go out and do it for real, which can seem much more appealing to people like me who do not like people. Believe it or not, dating sims are more popular than you think. Don't believe me?
Choose Monica.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Either way, there's a seemingly endless plethora of different types of dating simulators out there. You can simulate dating anime girls, anime boys, evil anime girls, old rich chicken man, bubbles, birds. Anything you set your mind to, you can date. Virtually. I've never really played or wanted to play
reference?
girls, old rich chicken man, bubbles,
Yes.
Yes, it was.
birds. Anything you set your mind to, you can date. virtually. I've never really played or wanted to play dating simulators. The closest thing I've come to developing any sort of connection with virtual
Animal
beings
Crossing.
is being best friends with Chief in Animal Crossing when I was 13. So I decided I want to see what they're like. You know, surely there's a reason the genre has roughly 22 million consumers. I mean, that's a few million short of the entire continent of Australia.
Spoil the reason for you,
You
Jaden?
love bugs, but I didn't.
There's a lot of horny dudes that buy the ones that show titties.
And thirsty ladies who
want to date Colonel Sanders, yes.
Well, that plus, you know, want
I did hear an absurd
they
amount.
also want the boy love. They also want boy love.
But there were
there's a lot of women out there who like that.
There were a large amount of
There's a lot of men out there who like that.
My lady friends that were talking about that Colonel Sanders game when it came out. Like, this is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Also, Dream Daddy, like they were all about
Yeah,
that.
that's the one I'm talking about, where you can literally just like make it anything.
And then there's one that like everybody kind of recommended just because it's hilarious is Hatoful Boyfriend, which is the one that's all birds. Like, apparently that one's just very strange and funny. But anyways.
Go out looking to play the generic normal games. I wanted to test the limits of game developers' creativity and find dating sims that were conceptually really out there. First on the table is speed dating for ghosts. As you can guess, we're starting out by dating ghosts. So how it works is you choose a room to go into. You have a few minutes to chat with a ghost until a bell rings and another one sits down in front of you. There's 3 ghosts per room, and once you get the chance to chat with all of them, they all do another circuit. You can continue your conversations and ultimately choose which one you want to go on a date with. I'm greeted by the speed dating receptionist Fran, who says, "We get all kinds of ghosts here. Nice ones, sad ones, spooky ones. It gets lonely being a ghost." And I say, "I like being alone." And Fran goes, "I've never met a ghost who doesn't need anyone. No one to talk to. It makes sense, all of this. I'm doing just fine, thanks." "You don't even want to make a friend?" "Nope." And that led to me leaving the speed dating for ghosts event. Well, okay, I guess I can't be myself in these games after all. So I lie, and I'm given the choice to enter one of 3 rooms. The room of palms, the room of liars, and the room of black. I just went into the room of palms. This huge buff jock ghost sits down in front of me, introduces himself as Riley, and proceeds to call me pretty hot for a ghost. To which I reply, "Slow down there, buddy." And Riley immediately apologizes. And now I feel bad. Guys, I don't think I'm good at... I think I've been choosing nothing but all the wrong answers so far. Riley and I chat a bit, the bell rings, and I meet this old smoking ghost who used to live in Vegas and was part of the Vegas Mafia until they burned her house down with her in it. The bell rings again, and this giant bush ghost sits down. So this is Steph. She's anxious and introspective in a light and charming way. I'll be honest when I say I did really enjoy her conversations, but then you start to realize she doesn't realize she's dead and a ghost. And then the conversation turns more into just trying to hint towards letting her know she's not alive anymore. I started learning Japanese, but there's thousands of kanji characters to learn. You've got an eternity to learn. If only I'll die before I learn the language. You're already dead. Ha! Yeah, you're right. In a way, we all are just waiting to die. You're dead. Are you threatening me? I'm gonna tell Fran. Steph finally catches on, and then it gets super introspective.
Aww.
You know, I still feel alive. Just dissociated. Ouch! Oof! Whoa! Oh, that one was real out of nowhere.
Yeah.
What the heck? You can't recite my own feelings to me like that. Time ran.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes dating sims, I'm not gonna say like I have massive experience. I played like I think 3 or 4, and no, not the one you're thinking about. No, not that one either. Yes, maybe that one. But some of them hit the nail on the head in terms of how people feel. You know.
I think the only one that I've legitimately played was because one of our fans wanted me to play, what's the one where it's like Monster High, I think.
Oh, that?
Yeah,
oh,
like
God.
they wanted me to play it with the multiplayer, so I played it with them on a stream.
God. I remember I played through Doki Doki, and oh my lord, that was quite the experience.
Oh yeah, I don't consider that a dating sim though.
I kind of do.
I consider it a visual novel.
Can
Dating
be.
sims typically have stats and choices for like who you talk to and end up like
Getting with.
Yeah, getting with and stuff. Whereas Doki Doki is a linear story, pretty much.
Okay, that's fair enough. So I guess I've maybe only played like 2 or 3 dating sims. So yeah, I don't know.
New World of Horror update will release in November 2021. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I was trying to figure out what the one was called that I played for sure on Steam. It's not one of the weird ones. Fuck, my Steam's logged out, so I don't know.
Out and the event came to a close. Out of all the ghosts, I wasn't really drawn to any of them enough to want to go on a date. I like Steph, but she's got her own demons to face for a bit. So back to the 3 rooms I went. For round 2, I chose
The Room of Black.
Room of Liars.
Oh,
First
come
up is
on.
a ghost that is
get
apparently
it out of the
very
way.
scared of ghosts. When I was alive, I used to be so scared of ghosts. And turns out they were real this whole time? That one was... You know, I feel like there was an overall ceiling going into it with how well that could have gone no matter what. So, you know. Then came Spooky Peter, and I was ecstatic. Oh my god, he's so cool! He died from the bubonic plague, and now he's become a master at spooking people who are still alive. He's an actual legend. I'm blessed to be in his presence. The living people have written books about him. I was getting spooking tips and learning about the mirror world when the bell rang and this shark ghost, Leon, sits down in front of me and leads with, "Wanna make some money? Doesn't everyone?" Exactly. Let's rob a bank. So I meet up with Leon at the place he told me. I was a little bummed I couldn't chat more with Spooky Peter, but when someone invites you to join them in robbing a bank, how can you say no? You put everything on hold. We were getting ready to go in and we're chatting with Leon's bank robbing buddy, Carlsbad, who was explaining how he works at the bank we were about to rob so he can open the safe and knows where all the security cameras are pointed. When...
Spooky Peter.
Spooky Peter! Leon recruited Spooky Peter to join the bank rob crew from the speed dating event as well.
I gotta say, you know, in a dating sim, all of a sudden it's just like, all right,
All of a sudden you're on
robbing
a bank heist. It's like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like,
It's not where I expected that to go.
I was like, okay, I guess we're robbing a bank. Also, I'm gonna see how this plays out. Yeah.
I'm nothing less than ecstatic, and my mental health is at an all-time high, which is the ideal circumstances for bank robbing. We get into the safe thanks to Carlsbad, and unfortunately there wasn't a huge pile of money like Leon was hoping, like in the cartoons and movies. But we were able to open a deposit box that had some lawyer documents in it and a 14-karat gold vanity mirror set. I gave the mirror to Spooky Peter. That was about all the time we had before we had to scram out of there. And even though it wasn't a huge pile of money, I think it was a pretty successful
Carlsbad, no!
Carlsbad's alive. He can't poof out.
From the bank. That's what else.
Also, I love the fact that Jane references the old meme.
Gave the mirror to Spooky Peter. That was about all the time we
peace
had
out
before
meme,
we had to scram out.
Yeah.
Boom. And then it just disappears. Yep. I love that one.
There. And even though it wasn't a
She
huge
dabbed
pile
when she
of
went
money,
out too. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
Before we had to scram out of there. And even though it was...
I was going to say, I do the anti-dab, the opposite direction.
A huge pile of money. I think it was a pretty successful bank robbery. We took something from the bank. That's what else do you want? And I got to see Spooky Peter again. So, since I technically didn't go out on a date with anyone from the liar's room and robbed a bank instead, that leaves One room left to
The
find
black
my
room.
spooky ghost partner. Everyone in the room of black was very nice. There was a punk rock skater kid just looking to have fun with a new friend, a nice old pollen lady who makes jam for the living, and Gary. Hello?
Oh, shit.
I'm Gary.
I'm gonna narrow my own eyes at you. Oh my god. Okay. Hello? No. Bad breath? Please. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, this is embarrassing. I learned Gary's a vengeful ghost who was murdered at his office job but doesn't remember how, why, or who did it. So naturally, I go along with him to find his murderer and avenge his soul. Turns out Gary was the murderee and stabbed his work partner and then was shot by the police.
The fuck?
Well,
Gary?
bit of a grammatical
Murderer.
murder.
Yeah,
He is the murderer. The person who is killed is the murderee. Although technically he was killed by the police. Instead, that's not like technically murder. That's, you know, I guess, maybe it could be considered murder in certain regards. But
Anyways, who cares?
yeah. Anyway.
So who? Turns out Gary was the murderee and stabbed his work partner and then was shot by the police.
Damn, Gary.
Well, he was very nice to me. Speed dating for ghosts. I made a lot of friends, but no virtual ghost could win my heart. So let's move on to The Bachelor. You know how The Bachelor works. This is just that. In rat form. I've been told
with
these
rats.
violet eyes of mine are more purple than all the lavender in the world, and I certainly smell better too. Ooh, you talk a lot. Dear, I can't say that I recall you mentioning it, but how'd you say you scored on the SATs? I got a 1570, which is quite good, if you didn't know. Wow, you're so different. You wanted to hear more about
I feel like
my work?
that's higher
Yes,
than the
sometimes I host Saturday Night Live
top
and also Wheel of
scores are
Fortune
allowed
and
to be.
Dancing with the Stars.
Say what?
How high are SAT scores allowed to go?
I think that's the joke.
Yeah, it was like, what is the highest SAT score?
I think it is 1500. I heard that.
1600. Okay,
So 1570 is
yeah,
near
okay,
perfect.
never mind. I thought it was only like triple digits, but
No, that's the SOLs. SOLs, the highest you can get on that is a 600.
the shit out of looks.
Yeah. Which, funny story, I was in history class and I got flunked by my history professor. He said that I was dumb and all this and wasn't ever going to learn. And then I take his the SOLs for that history class, and I scored a 586, which is near perfect. And he begrudgingly had to give me a C because, like, he got a talking to from the staff. It's just like, if you failed him in your class and said he hadn't learned anything, why the hell did he get an advanced on the SOLs? To which he just responded, he's like, I don't know. The only reason this guy was hired was because he was the football coach. That's it. He couldn't care less about history.
Ever seen Avengers by Marvel? I was the Avenger. Wow.
Meep, meeple.
Wow, you're so different. It's time you meet my children. Reggie 997, Evangeline, Esquire Jr., Sharpie, and Trashcan. They already love you. Yuck. If you want my respect, you need to earn it. My whole life, I've had to make do by myself and work for what I've got. And every time I've needed help, people let me down.
Yuck.
Yuck. Honestly, as much as I enjoy being here on The Bachelor, I can't wait to get back home so I can keep teaching my baking class at the local youth center. The kids are so sweet. Next up, I'm teaching them all to bake cheesecake. I hope you can come with me. I could bake you a cheesecake. The kids would love you. You talk a lot. I ended up proposing to 3 salamanders dressed up as a rat. All right, what's next?
That sounds about right.
Why am I not surprised? 3 salamanders dressed as a rat.
Who heard that
Sure,
poem?
why not at this point? Would you like to see my collection of newts? No. What's your ideal starting Pokemon? I'm way more Digimon, to be honest. Would you like to hear a joke? I hate jokes. Pipe down and listen up. What do you call an alligator in a vest? An investigator. I never want to see you again. So I've tried
Wow.
dating ghosts, rats, dogs. What else is there at this point? You're right. Namco video game characters. When I found out this sim lets you date Namco characters,
Oh, God.
I immediately thought of Fygar from Dig Dug. I just think he's really cool. I don't think they'd put Fygar in there, but Dig Dug is part of the cast, so I started getting my hopes up that I could get to know Dig Dug. So in the
Again, Jaden with the meme.
Dig Dug is part
The
of the
kid,
cast,
like-
so I started getting my hopes up that I
Looks at the camera, nods his head, thumbs up.
could get to know Dig Dug. So in the game, you play as a shy, awkward cousin from Katamari Damacy who
Awesome.
attends Namco High. You end up being put in detention for rolling up desks, the entire marching band, cars, Principal Dig Dug. Wait, he's the principal? Yeah, that's not gonna work. So now I'm bummed and on the verge of quitting the game. What's the point in playing if neither Dig Dug or Fygar are romantic interests? But in the cast of characters in the detention room I could talk to, one stuck out to me.
I don't know. Oh, Galaga.
Galaga?
Galaga ship. And
Wow.
suddenly it's all worth it again. I go up and try to talk to Galaga ship, and naturally they're surrounded by all the popular characters. They're talking about the school play and how they all think Galaga ship is perfect to play Juliet. And thus began my plan to get into the school play to Romeo Juliet kiss Galaga ship. I have the option to talk to other characters,
Wow.
and I just go,
Wait. Wow. Okay. There's a lot of them.
I don't really recognize very many of these.
I recognize a few.
Apparently, I didn't play a lot of Namco games. I played Galaga. I know about Dig Dug.
Well, those are obviously the two most popular.
Honestly, I don't recognize any of the rest of those characters, though.
I recognize about 4, maybe. Yeah.
no, I'd rather sit here and do nothing until the end of detention. And that's exactly what I did. The next day was the little school festival to show off all the clubs and stuff. Naturally, I went straight for the drama club and found Galaga ship manning the booth. I want to join. Auditions are in the auditorium. I want to be Romeo. Read your lines. Alas, that love, whose view Romeo's understudy. Bam! Good enough. Now I have an excuse to practice lines with Galaga ship, who did land the Juliet role because they're perfect in every way. The story moves along, and I
Wow.
meet up with Galaga ship to rehearse our lines. Well, their lines. You know, understudy. But Principal Dig Dug finds us in the auditorium and thinks we're skipping class for some reason, and gives us both double detention. So the obvious next step for me was to sneak onto Galaga ship's property at night and discreetly start apologizing for getting them into double detention. But then their parents find us being secretive and suspicious and ban me from ever talking to their child ever again. It starts raining. Then Pac-Man, who has not been a character in this story at all up until this point, shows up and tells me to be true to myself. Okay, I go home. The next day at school, we find out suddenly Pac-Man has been kidnapped by evil Namco High. I don't even know where the story is going
the
anymore.
fuck?
Galaga ship and I team up and beat everyone up, I think. Like all the students and teachers. We rescue Pac-Man, and that's the end. The end. I'll be honest, that one was a bit... I think it lost me there. You'd
Yeah.
think a game where you can date Galaga ship would have a clearer story. After all the dating simulators I just went through, I think I feel weird. Were they all fun? Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe going for the strangest ones. I guess I got what I asked for. Either way, it was a nice experience. I believe I understand the appeal of dating simulators. It is unfortunate I didn't end up finding my perfect virtual relationship, but hey, there's plenty of ones and zeros in the sea. But I do not think I will be casting my line again anytime soon. However, I could go for another bank robbery. Surprise! We've been working with Terraria to do a collab on some merch stuff, and it's here. Look at this awesome Jaden Lunatic cultist stuff. Dang, dude, it's so sick. You can find it on the Terraria shop, which is just terraria.shop. We're working on some Christmas merch for my own store, so keep an eye out for that. And if this video goes up on the day it should be, which is November 14th, I'm on tour. Scribble Showdown is on the road, and the
Like
gang and
that
I should be
anime
having
one
a
with
great
Ari
time
coming out
making
of the
people
egg.
laugh with our silly little
Yeah.
drawings. All right, see you later. Also, dating games, am I right?
Also, I tried very hard to get us tickets to Scribble Showdown in our respective areas. Everywhere sold out. Atlanta, Nashville. Heck, I even looked in Ohio and they were all sold out. I was like, Jesus. I guess we need to jump on that ball or jump on that earlier next time. If there is a next time. Please let me there be a next time. Please.
But, I was gonna say you could always try playing something that's like a different kind of game that has like dating sim thrown in on top of it, Jaden. Like Persona 5 or something.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Persona 5 dating sim. Although I don't think Atlas
Although
would
the
sign
only
up
thing
on
about
it.
Persona 5 is that you can't pick, you know, the original sex of your character, and therefore you're always playing as Joker and he's straight, so you can only romance the ladies in the game.
But that hasn't stopped like dating sims before.
Yeah.
But
there's other things like Mass Effect where you have multiple options.
oh yeah, Mass Effect dating sim easily. Commander Shepard. All of a sudden it's like, hi, I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel. And all of a sudden it's just like, I really liked how you read that line. You read it with such confidence. Hi, I'm a reporter. Whack! Punch her in the face.
It's like, hi, I'm Commander Shepard. Wait, this short girl can't ever leave her spacesuit or she'll die. She sounds like the perfect match for me.
Oh my god, I can imagine.
I'm totally going to have sex with her, which I don't know how that will work, but it's gonna happen.
Here's the thing. I can imagine Jaden just falling in love with Tally. Just be like, I love Tally.
Tally's precious. So.
I love Tally. She's my spirit animal. Yeah, I could see Jaden doing that. But yeah, this dating sims, I swear, I need to play more dating sims, I guess. Maybe not. I don't know. Do y'all think I should play dating sims?
I don't think that I should play dating sims.
Well, no, because, you know, relationships and all that, but...
I just don't want to. They don't appeal.
They don't?
No.
Oh, well. That's how it goes. But,
I
anyway.
mean, like I said, unless it's a game that throws it on top like Persona 5, you know, then I'm not really interested.
Fair.
Like,
Fair enough.
Let's play a game in which the whole point of the game is to date someone that you won't actually be dating in real life after you finish the game. Like, it's kind of like going to a strip club. It's like, because I don't get the point of strip clubs, because you're basically going to pay money to be given blue balls.
Well, it's
And
about
you're not going to get to bang
it's
anyone
about the
afterwards.
attention, dude.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Some people like the attention more than they like the, you know, after you know, activities. I mean,
I don't know, it's just like they do specific activities like lap dances that are just like, what is the point of that other than giving you a boner, you know? Like, that you can't use.
Careful now. Don't go too deep with that. I mean, YouTube, they're just like, they always just like have their eyes leering, just like, what was that? What were you talking about?
We're talking about strip clubs in here?
That doesn't,
Better
yeah.
not be talking about strip clubs in here.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that was a good one. Thank you very much for the video, Jaden. That was absolutely hilarious. And I found myself...
I wasn't saying, by the way, that dating simulators are just meant to give you blue balls. I was just saying it's kind of like, it's sort of like the same concept to me. It's like, oh, it's like you go and get like emotionally attached to this character that you're supposedly in a relationship with, but then when you finish and go home at the end of the day, you aren't actually in a relationship with anybody from that game, and you just get to be sad about what could have been or whatever, you know, what virtual reality doesn't actually exist. It's just like, meh.
Yeah.
Plus, I like somebody a lot in real life right now anyway, so who cares?
Yeah, there you go. All right, well, if y'all want to see more from Jaden Animations, feel free to click her name in the title of the video. If you want to see more from us, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, leave a like on the video. We always greatly appreciate it. And I guess until next time, signing off, I'm Nate.
I'm Nick.
We'll see you, everybody. Peace.